For nearly as long as we've had television in Australia, Bert Newton has been one of its brightest stars. We've watched him in all kinds of roles, from comedy sidekick to talk show host. Well, now Bert's back in the place where it all started. There's something new.
Honey, I'm home.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bert Newton.
My name is Bert Newton.
Big deal.
Where's that lanky sidekick of yours?
He is truly a living legend of Australian television. And as those promos have been telling us, he's back where he belongs.
Even though a lot of people would say it's just a promotional tool or a slogan, I am back home.
After 21 years, Bert Newton has returned to the network that made him a star. This time hosting the latest reincarnation of Family Feud.
Thank you very much and welcome to Family Feud. I'd not watched a lot of the show in its past lives, but I knew what it was all about, and I knew also it was the most successful and popular quiz program in the world ever. So that was a pretty good hook for me.
Newton joined Nine as a 20-year-old in 1959.
Bert, Studio 9, this must be a very special place for you.
Well, it is. I was here on the first show that was done in Studio 9. It was built primarily for Graham and the Graham Kennedy Show.
Pick all my dinner up. Pick up my dinner. If you don't pick that up, Bert, you won't be in the next series.
What were those days like working with Graham here?
They were terrific. Looking back now, it was a pretty important time for television itself.
It was one of television's most successful partnerships, only to be repeated with Don Lane years later.
Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go.
Bert was always referred to as the second banana, but he was usually the one getting all the laughs.
I think probably I got most fun out of the overseas stars who happened to be here.
I just heard the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. This lady down front said, "Oh, it's Bert."
If I had to pluck one out, it would be Demis Roussos.
The winner is Bert Newton.
Bert's won 5 gold Logies and hosted the event more times than anyone else.
I like the boy.
Logies back then were very different then. I did them 18 times over, I think, about 23 or 24 years, or maybe, I don't know, 25 or 26 years, and I enjoyed doing each one of them. But they've moved on to a different show now.
Would you ever host them again?
I don't know, I think I'd be happy just either presenting a gold Logie, or maybe, dare I say it, winning one.
Probably thinking to yourself, well, he's now doing morning television. Surely death is next.
Far from death, Bert has made morning television an institution and a very lucrative time slot.
For 12 years, we had an amazing result. The last couple of years were very hard, and the reason is 2 words, and that's Kerry Ann. 5:30 in the evening is not going to be easy for a whole lot of reasons. There's no Kerry Ann, but there's Andrew, whatever his name is.
Some critics might ask, is bringing back a superstar from the past really going to help us win that 5:30 time slot?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'd go no other way. You think I'm crazy, I'm going to say? I think it's a bad idea. I think it's horses for courses. And the one fair thing I can say about myself, when I was in my 20s, and it's on record, I always said that, you know, the right person should get the gig.
Bottom line, can you beat Deal or No Deal?
Well, I'll certainly do my best. It's formidable opposition, I realise that. And to be totally honest with you, I thought that I was signing to do a current affair. But I didn't read the small print, so I just accepted that. And, of course, Tracy got my gig.
Sorry, Bert, we'll share. Ben McCormick there with Bert, and Family Feud begins on February the 13th. Now, up next, a very big step for a very brave little girl.